it just keeps getting worse. Crypto is absolutely just having so many problems recently. Just a few days ago, we saw Genesis declare bankruptcy, affecting exchanges like Gemini and tons of other creditors for billions of dollars in total. And now we have Binance talking about their bank stopping customers from moving less than $100,000 through their Swift program. So basically, if you have a bank account connected to Binance, the bank that they use, if you're not sending or selling $100,000 or more of crypto, then you really can't sell it because you can't move that money, which is crazy to see this happening, right? We've seen the collapses of Binance being talked about time and time again. I've talked about them, and throughout the chaos that is crypto right now, it's a big talking point of people who believe Binance is great and can't go under, and people who don't think that so much. But this proves a big problem for Binance. This is them talking about it. They're banking partner here, Signature, said one of our fiat banking partners, Signature Bank, has advised that it will no longer support any of its crypto exchange customers with buying and selling amounts of less than $100,000 as of February 1st. This is the case for all their crypto exchange clients. So basically, if you have any money connected to this bank and connects to an exchange, doesn't have to be Binance. I'm sure they do business with lots of other exchanges. If you are doing less than 6 figures worth of buying or selling crypto, then you're just really not going to be able to do it. And this is the email that Binance sent out here talking about the problems, saying, talking about the $100,000 limit and the problems going on. And starts here. The big weird Dear Binancean, that alone is kind of weird. It's like kind of like cult-like. I don't know. I don't know why you wouldn't say like Dear Binance customer, or that seems like it'd be a more normal thing to get, but maybe they're just special. Saying they're writing to let you know about the change of their banking service. The banking partner that serves your account is advised that they're no longer able to process Swift USD transactions for individuals of less than $100,000. So all this stuff we already saw down here, their team is actively seeking new Swift partners to avoid any interruption of service. So right now, that leaves them what? Today is going to be the 23rd. So they don't have very long till February 1st when this kicks into effect to change everything and make sure that they can still service their customers. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. And if you're with Binance, that serves a big problem with you, right? If you can't sell your crypto, if you need the money and it's less than 6 figures, which is an insane amount of money, especially in the recession that we're in right now, I mean, I don't know what you're going to do. And it doesn't even stop there. Also, the euro is affected by this. You can see users reporting Binance euro banking is also cut off. And I think this was on Reddit talking here saying they did that with the EU Swift too. Time for other exchanges to take the stage. I don't know what LCX is, but yeah, I mean, any exchange connected to this Signature Bank is affected. Not only Binance, but Binance is the biggest player in the crypto exchange world. They're connected to this bank. So you can see the problem. And as of recently, we've seen Bitcoin's price really pumping and moving up recently. And it could have something to do with this news, because if you can't sell your crypto to in your exchange, right? If you have a random coin and you can't sell it because you don't have $100,000 worth of that coin, maybe you take that coin, convert it to Bitcoin, and then send the Bitcoin to a different exchange that doesn't have these limitations on it. That could absolutely be a solution that people take. Could explain a move up in Bitcoin's price. A lot of people are speculating with that, but it would make sense. If you have less than 100 grand and you want to sell some of that money, convert it to Bitcoin, send the Bitcoin to Coinbase or a different exchange and sell your Bitcoin there so you can actually get the money out. And I think that's what like this person talks right here, saying basically what Bitfinex told everyone in April in 2017 when they had no bank accounts and resorted to bank fraud and money laundering. Remember how I told you that all that Bitcoin skyrockets whenever exchanges suddenly can't give you your money, which is pretty valuable. Big value of Bitcoin, right? Nobody in Bitcoin, there is no controlling interest that says if you're not sending 100 grand, you're not allowed to use Bitcoin. You could send any amount of money anywhere. It doesn't matter. No one's gatekeeping you. No one's kicking you out. And, that's why people moving to Bitcoin. Maybe people are actually learning a fundamental value of Bitcoin. This is one that exists. You can't get locked out of your Bitcoin. But obviously this puts Binance in a really tough spot. If you're with Binance and you don't have 6 figures, what do you do? Probably get all of your money out before February 1st. I like if you believe Binance is going to figure this out and they'll get a new banking partner, then by all means, don't even worry about it. But if you have that slight thought of maybe they don't figure this out, maybe something goes wrong, maybe you just take all of your money out now. Maybe you make it all Bitcoin and send it somewhere else, more secure, more safe, that they don't have these like things going on that's preventing you from touching your own money. This isn't something new with crypto though. Usually when crypto really collapses, you see the banks start to like pull out and start to stop offering partnerships with crypto exchanges. It's just something that typically happens, but right now we're seeing like even Silvergate, they had the connection to FTX. They're kind of in a weird spot with crypto, might be cutting ties, and they service an entire ton of the industry. So if they fall and they stop servicing, or they put in $100,000 limit, that's probably going to be pretty bad. But this also has nothing to do with SWIFT itself. Like when Russia invaded Ukraine, the US turned off SWIFT to Russia. So the SWIFT system they were kicked out of. This doesn't have anything really to do with that. You can see this here saying it's clear if you read the email it's being circulated that it's whatever bank they are using to process USD SWIFT transfers, not SWIFT themselves putting a restriction. So it's not like the government, the US government who operates SWIFT saying, we're kicking all the exchanges off. It's the banks themselves putting in the regulations or the restrictions. So it's interesting to see it happening. I don't know what's going to happen if Binance finds another bank. Obviously, there's a lot of worries with Binance that they're not a super legit, trustworthy business. They've had problems with the US even looking into it and seeing what's going on after the FTX collapse. And if this bank is offering or putting up these restrictions, maybe other banks aren't really excited and willing to work with Binance, especially in the economy and economic position we're in right now. No one wants to take the insane risk that is involved in crypto and servicing a crypto exchange after seeing what happened to FTX. If Binance is number one and they go down, you definitely don't want to be connected to that thing at all. So what happens from this? It's anyone's guess, really. If Binance figures out a solution, gets a different banking partner, and it all goes over well, great. Hopefully they can figure that out, because if they don't, a lot of people are going to be affected and a lot of people are going to be locked out of their money, maybe at the worst time possible if they desperately need that money. On the other hand, I guess they could take it on Bitcoin and send it to a different exchange that doesn't have these restrictions. But is it going to be hard to do? If you live outside of the US, it's probably going to be rather difficult. You're not going to be able to send it to Coinbase or Gemini if they're still working and try and sell through there to get your money to your bank that way. If you're in an international country, Binance might be your only option. And if you don't have 6 figures worth in your account, then your money's pretty much just locked up. So Binance in trouble, not really new. It's something, a lot of people have been criticizing Binance and defending Binance for a long time now. I do think that they're not the most reputable company there, probably very similar to FTX, and they do have a chance of collapsing and breaking down. Whether you want to hear that or not, I don't really care. But if you are on Binance, this maybe is a straw that breaks the camel's back. If they can't service their customers, it's not going to be a good thing. That's going to do it for this video. As always, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.